Hey everyone, Aaron Albers here. Well, normally I would be talking about, Brian Mass and Brightline, but I'm not going to be doing that today. Today I'm going to be talking about something near and dear to my heart, and that's my alma mater, Florida Atlantic University, down in, down in Boca Raton and other places include around Florida, and what just transpired over the past 4 days or so. So, as many of us are known, especially within the Florida Atlantic University community, that Dr. Kelly last year announced that he would be stepping down, and this was came as a shock to a lot of us. He had become a very beloved and popular figure on the campus because the way when he came in, he saw what university could become, and he set about doing that. He made sure students retained could complete their program on campus. He brought in the tools and means necessary to do that. He raised the graduation rate at Florida Atlantic University, which meant more money for the university. He brought in more professors. He brought in research, firms to partner with the university. He focused on athletics, went about modernizing the campus and all that. And like I said, I'm a graduate of Florida Atlantic University. 2014, I'm a proud owl. I support, baseball, basketball, made me a diehard fan this season, so go Owls there. And I'm a season ticket holder at the games, so for football. And I walked across the stage, and I got my degree from President County, so very popular man. And you can see the emotions of that popularity pour out on his face when he held his last graduation ceremony in December, and the crowd there gave him a standing ovation. I think the length they said it was upwards of 5 minutes, and the amount of support and letters of thank you and appreciation that poured in from across the country and from places around the world where Florida Atlantic University alumni live, that went there or before President Kelly arrived or afterwards. They saw what he did, and like I said, very beloved. But soon after he made that announcement, and this is where I'm going to get into it, the university went about to try to find his replacement, and that meant hiring a search firm like any other university, especially major ones do, laying out a list of criteria to get sought input from supporters, students, alumni, all that, and they went about posting this out, and they got a fair amount of responses to people. Saw what Florida Atlantic did during March Madness and started doing some, research into it. And credit is where credit is due. The university kept it pretty much under wraps. The search here, some occasional updates on the search, but they kept it under wraps up until they narrowed down the field to the finalists. And just after the July 4th holiday is when the list came out. And this is where I'm going to be talking about. I will post the list of the finalists, the link to the finalists on here with their bios, and the link to what's going on here in a second. I'm going to be talking about. And the finalists are the Superintendent of the Naval Academy, Vice Admiral Sean Buck. Vice Admiral Buck, he's a naval aviator, flew P-3 Orions. Somebody I know, met him a couple times. From what he told me, that essentially he's just, from the people that know him, it's kind of split, but a lot of people like him. But he runs the Naval Academy. As we all know, the United States Naval Academy at Annapolis is one of the premier naval academies in the world. They're really known for their research and engineering departments, especially engineering. They turned out some of the greatest people on the planet in the United States. So he's definitely one of the top candidates there. For anybody wondering, he cannot take on the role as an active duty admiral. He would have to retire if he's selected. The other one is Michael Hartline out of Florida State University. He's the dean of College of Business up there. He's got a business background, a lot of leadership roles within the university. And Jose Santarelli, he was the chancellor at University of North Carolina, Wilmington. He's got business background, a lot of leadership roles down there as well. And everybody was excited. And there was going to be a public forum about this, where we get to ask questions and all that, and they would take what the people asked and then make an announcement. Friday evening, and I will post a link to the article that was talking about this. The Board of Governors here in Florida, which was established in 2003, sent out an email to the president of the Florida Atlantic Board of Trustees announcing that they would suspend the search because supposedly there were irregularities in the search process. The Board of Trustees, not wanting to anger the state, agreed with that because, if somebody made a complaint about the irregularities and, they want to make sure everything's above board, which is not all that unusual. But what is unusual and the most frustrating and the funniest part about this whole process is, after doing some simple research, here's the thing. The Board of Governors here in Florida, which was established in 2003, was established by Republican Governor Jeb Bush. The Board of Trustees and literally everybody on the Board of Governors literally everyone on the Board of Governors are appointed by the governor, which means they're all Republican appointees. And the entire board right now of governors and the Board of Trustees have basically been appointed by Rick Scott and Ron DeSantis. So this is what the funny and frustrating part is. Because Representative Fine, which was Ron DeSantis' handpicked guy, didn't make the cut. So everyone's thinking this is retribution because Governor DeSantis, didn't make the final list. Governor DeSantis, I'm a proud supporter. I voted for you twice. I'm a Republican by nature. I get small intervention in government. This is not it. You need to call out the Board of Governors. This isn't political retribution. Everyone that's on the Board of Trustees of Florida Atlantic, you appointed them there. Just looking at the bios, and I will put everything link from the article, the Board of Trustees, and all that. They're your guys. They're your people. You appointed them, which means they are all, well, I'm assuming they're all Republican. I'm not going to make that assumption. But if you read their bios, they're all business folks, so they know exactly how it goes. And the irregularities, if you read the letter, which I have couple times, don't make any sense. In the letter, where it is talked about the sexual orientation of candidates, the chancellor of the Board of Governors even said the search firm didn't tell the university what was going on with that. So that was there. But apparently one of the main complaints was a straw poll that was conducted by the Board of Trustees. Straw polls were confidential. There was nothing illegal about it. It's basically a straw poll is where they want to find out where the board is leaning towards, basically what they think would be the top choices for the university. And businesses do this when they get candidates for top tier positions. They basically send it out to the top folks and basically say, list your top 5 guys who you think will be best running this company. And it's done. And like I said, these people are business folks by nature, so they know what they're doing. They know what they're looking for in a leader. And this is the frustrating part. So like I said, Governor DeSantis, I'm a supporter. Please do not call off the dogs at the Board of Governors. We don't need this. All we're asking for is basically let the board make the search, get it approved, so we have a university president by the start of the school year. Okay? I'm going to ask everyone that's seen this, I know it's a little long, please share it. Please share it to the governor's press office. If you got any contacts in the media business, like Fox, CNN, Palm Beach Post, all that. Okay? Because, like I said, I'm a conservative, and I don't think this is right. All right, so I'm going to wish everyone a good day, and hopefully this gets resolved soon. All right? Goodbye.